Each and every one of us should and must be held accountable for what we do. But the truth of the matter is, I am not sentimentally driven by whatever I'm saying. I'm not saying what I'm saying because I am President Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu is of APC extraction, and APC was my home, and I'm getting back home. Neither am I saying it because of my personal relationship with the president. That is the reality.
All right, sir, if I understand it,
ADC is membered by Nigerians that we.
But we are not going to throw all of these points away for the benefit of the listeners. Okay. He is not saying Tinubu is failing. To him, Tinubu is bold enough to make all those important decisions. And that is how politicians, that's how they talk. But here are some, some facts that we can quickly chip into this, okay? Tinubu came and announced the removal of a subsidy on petroleum, which automatically skyrocketed the cost of living in the country. That affected everyone. Around the time, many people actually lost their jobs because what they were being paid to what they would need to spend transporting themselves to work. Yeah, so lives of Nigerians were turned upside down. Inflation blew through the roof. In that same breath, they told Nigerians that it was for their own good, that they are now going to be giving more money to the states. That was when, again, he also floated the Nigerian naira. Pretty much a fancy word for devaluing Nigerian naira, so as to access loans, which conditions are to further squeeze Nigerians. They increase the taxes on almost everything. The cost of electricity, quadrupled, right? The cost of darkness, by the way, So it removed subsidy on education, gave them what they are now, the propaganda they are using now, called the NEL Fund, while, schools are actually charging exorbitant fees now, as much as. So in that same breath, the Nigerian naira lost so much of its value. Over 500% of Nigerian naira value was completely wiped off in 2 years. A dollar is now exchanged. At a point, it was actually exchanged for 1,900 naira. Now, you see how propaganda works. In this voodoo economy, on the one hand, they will tell you that Tinubu has done so well, that anybody that is complaining is just somebody who never liked him, because they said the economy is getting better. Tinubu has given people food. He is giving people money. And he is also giving students, upkeep allowance, paying their school fees. You see all this sort of propaganda and lies. To them, they are enough now. Why are people complaining? I mean, the economy should be better. That's one. On the other hand, they will say, we know that things are very tough for everybody. We know that, but give him time. It's just 2 years. Anyway, he did ask. He said, he didn't ask it that way. And I'm going to re-ask, okay, so Tinubu is failing. APC is a total failure. You are currently in, what do you call it? You are in fire, so to say. Bokwari was like a frying pan. Now you are inside fire. So is it going to be from fire to inside the pool of water, you know, where you're going to get chill and cool, or is it going to be from that fire to 6 feet beyond? So if Tinubu is failing, you should be able to point out his failures, like all this I pointed out. He removed subsidy without any real plan. He announced it, right? And then they later figured out, okay, maybe they should start giving people rice. You know how ridiculous it was then, right? Good. No plan. All this bajue propaganda they are trying to push down your throat to make you feel like maybe it's not that bad. It's not working. So what exactly are these guys are going to do different? They should be able to tell you that, okay, are they going to return subsidy so that you can buy cheap fuel and maybe everywhere can pick up again? Are they going to start, are they going to continue defending the Nigerian Naira? Because that's what Tinubu and his gang are doing. They even had to borrow $3.3 billion to defend Nigerian Naira. So are you going to defend, what are you going to do different? What are you going to do differently? And how? That's a very good question to ask. Or if I was going to be your president, for example, and you ask me that question, oh, Benny, what are you going to do differently that will change the people's situation? There's one very particular action that if you are not a thief and you are the president of a country with all of the resources at your disposal, do you know that without borrowing a dime, you can actually raise more than 10, 15, if not $20 billion from within the looters of Nigeria in 3 months. Yeah, it's like it is called Operation. This is me, if I happen to be your president, and somebody asks me, what are you going to do differently? What am I not going to do? First, what am I not ever going to do as your president? I won't remove your subsidy. I will remove subsidy and then invest the money on a 150 billion naira yacht, 44 billion naira for my wife's office to go and get herself some brand new latest automobiles, right? I won't go and spend 21 billion naira in renovating, in completing a vice president's house when the new vice president took over from a former vice president who was not homeless. The former vice president was never homeless. He had a place with his family that he's staying. That place got renovated for this new one before he came in. Now he came in, Tinubu awarded 21 billion naira to go and build him a new mansion. A new mansion, befitting mansion. Now Shitty has run away from that place now. He's not even staying there. So if I begin to pick all the rogues, the thieves in Nigeria, from state governors, former and present, that one alone can be a great news in Nigeria. You know that? You have to pick up, like, let's say, maybe 2,000 of them or 3,000 former generals, retired generals, current generals. Everybody, we don't be in charge of money one time or the other. And you let them know that you are all going to go to jail. I promise you. All of you. That's me. Now I go sit down, they laugh. I say, you are all going to jail. Do you understand the power of the office of a president of a country? If you are not compromised, if you are not a criminal, anybody, if they say somebody is the number 1 billionaire in your country, that person will remain a billionaire if you are not interested in how they are making their billions. It's the same all over the world. The same. The state is so powerful that when corrupt people controls the state, like the way they control the country, they protect criminals who are actually sabotaging the country. So as a president, you can raise you tell them, everybody hand over whatever you show them what they've stolen. You show them where they are keeping all they have stolen. Do you think their EFCC, their DSS, and other security agents that you don't know about, do you think they don't have the file of most of these guys? They do. But since it is a corrupt system, party system, all they have to do is just to sell what they call the connection, or another thing, they have a name for it anyway. You know? So there are some wastages that you won't do. And just by blocking them alone, can free so much money. Enough to actually have something to invest in something. Not going about borrowing and borrowing that you are also indirectly looting. And you are telling the people that that's the best they can get. So anybody who wants to replace Tinubu, you should be able to ask them. You know? Some salient questions, like ask Obi, is he going to return the subsidy? Obviously, it's not going to return subsidy. Like, that's one thing some of them are saying, that Tinubu has taken the shot. And he needs to enjoy the fact that Nigeria didn't blow up when they did that to you. So the politicians are saying that it deserves to enjoy it. Anybody who is coming right now, they would dare not say they will return the subsidy. Or maybe they would, or Shore said they will return it. That one never misses his words. Shore said subsidy is the only thing Nigerians are benefiting from their government, something that they are benefiting. And the moment you remove it, they will feel that it's no longer there. Now, banks are making so much money. Some of these top multinational companies in Nigeria, they are making so much money selling services, not producing anything per se, just selling services, selling this or whatever. In Nigeria, buying bond, investing in federal government's bond, cashing out every year, declaring huge profits that is from non-productive section than just services as we speak. And the people who are supposed to, to be the center of the whole policy thing, they are those being squeezed. They are squeezing you left, right, and center. Your data, left, right, and center. They are squeezing you just to fit the 1% at the top. So anybody who is going to tell you, let's do it differently, ask them very well. Tell you what they really want to bring, to the table. Like I said, there are so many things that if you just stop doing them, it will be like in a magic. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to have that. So we have received, I don't know if you have seen it all, we have received further information concerning the airport incidents of 2 days ago, where that young lady who got assaulted, and then she also assaulted and slapped the air hostess, the air hostess of Ibom here. However, someone who was also like, a passenger on the flight sent a voice note to describe what really happened as it happened before, because things are beginning to kind of like a turn on their own right now. Right now, the pilot has come out to say, it was really, really a bad taste for the airline crew to record her that way and still posted it on social media. So this themselves, it seems that the whole thing is backfiring now. Even though the young lady has been remanded in Kirikiri because of that incident, which a lot of people believe that that's kind of like extreme, like right away. So anyway, someone who said that it was on that flight that day had this to say. Listen up.
How's the family? I wanted to drop bros, good morning, sir. How's the family? I wanted to drop a message at your Facebook. I actually dropped a message on your Facebook regarding to this Ibom air flight saga. But I just noticed that I could actually send a message to this your WhatsApp number. I don't know if it's the right one to do, but let me just say something in regards to this air flight stuff. Honestly speaking, that lady did not do up to 10% of what I would have done if I were in her shoes. I don't want to elongate the matter. I'll just give you direct to the point where the truth is those people posted what they want everybody to see. They posted the narrative, like they created and painted the narrative that they want people to see, so that people could actually pity them, or I don't know how to put it. So you grab this lady was not insultive, she was not rude, she was not, like, I don't even know the word to put. The whole issue started from the air hostess. That lady is power drunk. If there's anything like that, that is the word I can use right now. That lady is power drunk. Like, she's all this kind of Nigerian elders that want everything they say to be done the way they said it, how they want it, when they want it. Because tell me the reason you went to meet somebody. Mind the way I was on the flight. How do you go and meet somebody and say, "Hey, off your phone"? And the person's like, sorry, my phone is on flight mode. I'm actually just scrolling through my videos and editing videos. And the next thing you could raise your voice is, all these useless children, all these people with no respect. Do I look like your mates? Do I do this? Do I do that? And the lady is still come and telling you, but I've told you I've off it. The lady is even trying to show you, took the phone, smashed it on the floor. Excuse me. She kept quiet. Now, on coming down, okay, fast forward to when you run abuses on her, people are even trying to say, madam, you don't do. They tell us so that they won't bring the plane down. Hello. Okay, the lady has kept her phone now. She kept the phone. You run her pieces. Now it's time to highlight from the, what is it called? The plane. You blocked her, saying you have caused security on her. People are asking you what happened. Okay, the lady is trying to call. You will push her away. She's trying to pass. You will push her away. He's saying everybody, other person should pass. See, it's a part that they wanted the country to see. That is what they posted on. The truth be told, when those security people came, do you know what happened? That girl was very, very quiet. From the dragging of clothes to the slapping, that hair hostess literally slapped that lady. The lady did not even raise her. If not me, not be this way they say. I forbid her first man, I know say see what I really do. You smashed her on the floor, pushed her on the floor so people could step on her and pass, and you denied her. Then when people are trying to, okay, the security persons came, and there was a pastor in the board that was trying to you guys should calm down. This is not what happened. And the next thing that you could cover from your mouth was that you want me to use the man as as a example. Whether you want me to use the man as an example, whether not two of them plan to come bring down the people. Hello! You insulted the lady. You slapped her. You even went ahead to call her prostitutes and the rest of things. Guy, please, is there a way that you guys could actually, I beg, see, if you get what I don't know, I want to take, if you feel do this, my voice note, make people hear them, and I beg, I go happy where. But the truth is this, for me to come out, it go hard me because in Nigeria matter, you know, see they be, especially how they do this girl with do NYSC. So after voicing out at the end of everything, the 77K was being paid. Now they didn't give her NYSC. So I just send my enter your DM, tell you, well, if you guys will do that, may you drop. Because the truth is that it was that hair hostess and the hair hostess now evil winch working on. Oh God, it is well.
Eyewitness account, and it actually kind of like corresponds with other eyewitnesses too, who have been speaking out as well. The pilot, the Ibom pilot, also was on channels this evening, and he himself frowned. He said he condemns that that hostess that recorded that video and posted a semi-nude video of the passenger being dragged in an humiliating way out of their own aircraft. Now listen, this is the pilot.
Okay, so the first gap I noticed was I did not see where the cabin crew, as the flight attendants, called the pilots to say, hey, this is what's going on. The second gap I noticed is when the lady in question hits the flight attendant, nothing was done. Someone decided to starts making a video. I say it all the time. Instead of making a video, why don't you try and resolve the issue? But social media these days is, oh, I want to be the one who posts the video.